Hi guys, welcome to Baraka Farms, um, Baraka Boas Goats Farm, which is based in Uganda. Like I've mentioned to you before, I am based in Australia. You're going to hear that a lot, and I want to make it very clear. That way, in case people are wondering why I'm not at the farm, then you know why. I'm in Australia, and my farm is in Uganda, central Uganda. So that's where I actually do most of my farming. And so here I do the videos and everything, and I will be uploading the videos later. So I want to thank those that have subscribed to our videos from the deepest of our heart. I want to thank you for going ahead and subscribing to our video before I start this video, because the more people that will subscribe, more people liking this video, who will leave comments here, I'll make sure I make time to go in and reply you. If you have any questions, or if you have any advice that you're giving me, I'll make time for that, because the more people that will share, it will help us or help me grow this business, and together we'll be able to achieve more, so please go ahead and share. I'm willing to learn more things from you, and I also hope that you're going to learn some things from me. So this is going to be another episode, right? Today we live in a world that is constantly changing. It's changing at a very high speed. It's very much accelerating faster than we could ever imagine, right? And I'm talking about every aspect of our life. It could be the way we live. Our culture is changing. Our social norms are changing. The use of machines, technology is changing. Pretty much everything. You look around yourself, the way how things used to be done back in days isn't necessarily the way how things are done, and therefore look at COVID-19, how COVID-19 have even shaped and changed the whole world. That in itself is another thing. So I don't know where you'll be watching me from, any part of the world. It's really like morning time here in Australia, and so I don't know what time it is in Africa, for instance, different parts of Africa or different parts of the world. But I hope that it's a time when we can sit together and have a bit of a chat. So basically, because the world is changing very fast, we also have to try and and adapt to the changes. In English, they have a proverb that goes that if you don't change, the change itself will change you. So the same thing goes. Because the world is changing so fast and we can't stop the world from changing, we have to find ways how we can navigate those challenges. I'm talking about presently, like currently, we have to come up with ideas, we have to strategize, we have to find out how we can work on these things, and so doing that, we have to do it together. I can't do it alone. If we need to create a future that is going to basically be sustainable or be good for everybody, we need to do this together. I can't do it alone. That's why I share. That's why I do these videos. I do these videos hoping that I'm going to educate someone. Someone is going to learn something. Because me, I've been into goats farming before. I've learned through some of the experiences. I've had some challenges and some feedbacking these ones back to people that haven't been there. But there are also people who've been there longer than me who are going to share a few words with me. In which case, this is why I said I make time to go into the comments and share a few things with you guys. I don't know if you guys have listened to the video done by Aliko Dangote. He's a Nigerian billionaire, actually one of the wealthiest people in Africa that we have. He was saying that in the future, the next billionaires are going to be in agriculture, and they're going to be in agriculture, and they're going to be in technology. And agriculture is a big one, especially in Africa, because the area of agriculture in Africa hasn't been tapped like most other continents, like America We haven't gone to that level where we have so much technology. So technology, so agriculture is going to be a very big one, you know. Most people do agriculture on a small scale farming in agriculture in Africa. Therefore, there's a huge potential for farming, you know, that hasn't been tapped. So guys, if you need to jump into agriculture, this is the right time. You need to find something that you can focus on. You can be in agro processing, you know, you can be middleman in between, you can be the actual farmer, but this is the right time basically. So today I'll talk to you briefly about a couple of things. I think about 5 things that I think you need to consider before you get into goat farming. Very, very important that you think about these things, guys. This video is a must watch. If you're first time and you think about going to goat farming, you need to watch these things because it's very, very important, right? Number one requirement is the goats. You need the goats, good breeding, basically the source of the goats. That's number one. If you don't have good goats, it's going to be very, very difficult basically. So you need goats, definitely. Think about it. Number 2, the feeds. You need the feeds for the goats. If you don't have the feeds for the goats, you know, obviously it makes sense, right? You can't run a farm without no feeds, whether it's natural grass or whether you have to grow food, you know, feeds, but you need to do that. You know, obviously the feeds goes hand in hand with what? With the house. You need the house and you need the land where you're going to do that, you know. You need water, very, very important, water. And goats need to have access to water every time they need it, you know. And it needs to be accessible and very fresh water. It can't be contaminated water, you know. So if you can't drink that water, you probably don't want to give it to your animals, you know. And then you have things like management, which is really where everything is based on management. I'm talking about a team of people that you work with. Like I have a team of about 4 or 5 people that I work with, you know. I have like 2 herdsmen, I have the manager, I have the guy that takes care of the houses, you know, I have the veterinary team, you know. So it's a bunch of people that gets together to do everything, to make sure that your work is done properly. If you need, see, this is why I'm talking about change. The way how our parents used to do change, like back like 100 years ago, is going to be different how we do farming today. A lot of farmers these days, they have to grow pasture, you know, because they're trying to improve because you find that a lot of times in the dry season there's not enough grass, so you need to grow food or you need to buy food which you're going to use in the summer season when you have less grass. That way your animals can continue to progress, you know. And so those things that I've said, I want to sum them up again. One thing you need is the goats, the source of the goats. You need the house and the land. You need the veterinary service. You need the management, and also you need the goats feeds. You know, those things are very, very, very important. And the lastly is water. You know, the take home from today is if you're wanting to get into agriculture, especially goats farming, you have to understand that goats, or making money from goats farming, or farming for that matter, takes time. It does take time, you know. So each time you don't invest the money that you're supposed to be eating. Like if that's what you're going to if that money is going to sustain you to live, then you probably don't want to invest it into goats farming, because it's going to take time for it to appreciate, for you to get profits. So have a think about it. I don't want you to be in a position where you put all your money and all of a sudden you need to sell to get the money back or make profits and it's not ready yet. So have a think, plan about what you need to do before you can get into it. I think today I will keep it very brief. Today was about the basic things you need to know before you can get into goats farming. Please drop the questions down here in the comment section. Share and subscribe. The more people that will subscribe, the better. And the more following we have, the more we're going to grow together, you know, and educate more youth into goats farming or any other kind of farming. Thank you so much. I'll sign up for today.